We're back at Universal Orlando Resort, this time for Mardi Gras, not Halloween Horror Nights. You are listening to episode 392 of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hello everyone and welcome to the show. I am your host Lee. We are currently walking back to our hotel after breakfast on is this our second morning?
I don't know what day it is, I don't even know where I am.
It's Lee and Tracy and Jade.
Hiya.
That's about the best you'll get out of her. Yeah. I don't know whether they heard the stories, but coming here, our flight got delayed for 6 hours because some nugget
deployed the emergency slide.
Yeah, so
it was on the news apparently.
We were supposed to get in at 3 p.m. on Saturday. We got in at 8:30, so we didn't get to the hotel till 11 o'clock. So plans to go over to Universal on Saturday night were completely out of the water. Yesterday we went breakfast at IHOP, and
that was excellent.
Went to the dark side and went down to Disney Springs, which...
Oh, I love it.
It was really cool.
I love what they've done with it. I mean, I like the area anyway, but
yeah,
they've knocked that out of the park. That's how it should be done. It
was really, really cool. We spent a couple of hours there. We didn't eat anywhere. Just kind of wandered around.
Although the food trucks looked amazing.
They did. Jade, what did you think of Disney Springs? Having not remembered any of it.
It was cute.
It was cool.
How was your giant twisty churro?
Gone.
I love how they've given it this whole backstory, and it's
much better than it was. It made me realise I was having a conversation last night with a friend about how it shows what City Walk should be or could be. About what City Walk could be and how Disney are doing it so much better. And I know they've got a lot more space.
I was about to say, are these stairs what horror films made of?
I've got a lot more space to work with than Universal have. But then we came back for the hotel a bit because I had a bit of a headache. And then we headed over to City Walk, got Jade's annual pass, and went to Red Oven. Now, Tracy, I really enjoyed it. We've been before.
On the 6th floor, aren't we?
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. You said you weren't overly impressed.
No, I wasn't overly impressed. It was just... It was good. I've just done it before.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I found the base is a bit heavy, and that overpowered the choppings.
And then we met up with Maddie for a little bit, talked to her and Ethan, yes. And then headed into Ireland, but it just started raining just before that. So we ducked into the Christmas shop in Port of Entry, and then met up with Andy, and then met up with Thomas and Lynette and their friend, and went and did Kong, which Jade had done for the first time. We didn't get to do the outside portion again, which was disappointing. Mm-hmm. But so good. And then we went to Hogsmeade and had a hot butterbeer. Oh, I craved a hot butterbeer so much last night. It was gorgeous. Bumped into Phil Lewis.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
And then Hagrid was at a 75-minute wait, which we're like, the rule of thumb is if it's at 75, it's generally half the wait time. Did anyone actually time how long we waited?
No.
It was quite a while. We didn't leave the park until after park closing. Hagrid is so awesome, especially at night. So yeah, we got on Hagrid, we got in line about 9:10, I think, so it was dark. Mm-hmm. The projection show was going on, which we still haven't seen.
I snuck a peek.
I don't know whether we'll get to see it unless we jump in tonight quick.
Well, you're the reason we didn't get to see it yesterday.
I know, but Hagrid at a 75-minute wait was... You do it because it doesn't usually get that quiet. And then... Like you say, we didn't get out off Hagrid till about 10:10 and the park shut at 10, so we probably left Islands at about 25 past 10, which is way later we've ever done.
I was so tired.
Hogsmeade at night, that whole park at night is amazing. We said it on the podcast for so long that you just don't get to see Islands of Adventure at night, and getting to be in there from 7 o'clock till like 10:20 last night was fantastic. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I don't understand why they don't do it more often.
No.
So the plan today is we're heading out to SeaWorld,
We are. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while.
It has, and then I think we're going to come back to the hotel and then head back over to Universal. Maybe jump into Islands. If not, go and do mini golf. And we haven't been to Voodoo Donut yet.
No.
I'm sure through the course. Well, we're doing this as we always do. We'll record throughout the course of the week. Darren and Chris and everyone are heading up on Thursday, so you'll hear them a bit later on. But as for now, it's just us. So I'll see you later on.
Bye.
Good morning, everyone. We are heading into Islands of Adventure this morning.
We are. Finally.
Things haven't gone to plan the last few days, so this is actually only our second time at Universal. As you heard on the last little bit, we went into Islands on Sunday night. Yeah. So the plan is it's Tuesday today, a full day today. So we're going to head into Islands this morning, and then we'll go into the studio this afternoon for Mardi Gras and stay there for tonight. But we're planning on Tater Tots for lunch, I assume, from Green Eggs and Ham.
Just get down the stairs. In that, and I'm like...
having to peel yourself out of it. But yeah, yesterday we went to SeaWorld, and then we ended up at Chili's for dinner last night, which actually wasn't bad.
It was alright. I used to be a big fan of Chili's. Yeah,
we got buffalo.
For emergency tea, it was alright.
Like buffalo chicken sandwich.
Yeah, Lee's friendly had buffalo chicken.
Yeah, and
what did you think of it, by the way?
It was really good.
It's good enough.
Yeah, and if the Tater Tots are as good, then
it's spicy without being too much.
Yeah. So yeah, full day here today. I'm sure we'll pop back in with little bits throughout the day, because obviously if we're going to go to Green Eggs and Ham for lunch, we have to review it for everyone.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we're just moving walkways. Go on, Jade, power through.
Power through.
So we're just on the moving walkways. The thing is now, they seem to be parked a million miles away.
Yeah.
Whereas we haven't been before. So we're like...
Or maybe we've just forgotten because it's been so long.
Well, it has been 5 years since we've driven.
Yeah.
But yeah, I say when we went into Islands the other night, getting in there till 10 o'clock, that place is stunning after dark.
Oh yes.
But Islands of Adventure at night is absolutely gorgeous. I took a lot of pictures walking out of like Hogsmeade and stuff, and you don't get to see it.
Right, you'd be confused if you said last night. It wasn't last night.
Sorry,
It was the night before.
Sunday night. I have no idea.
Well, we know that.
But it is, as I was saying to Andy when we were there, you don't get to see that park like after dark much, and the fact that we did, I could have spent all night just walking around taking pictures.
Yeah. Oh, that's the dream, to be quite honest. Well, I said when we came into Port of Entry, one day I'm going to spend an entire day here photographing every inch of it.
Because it's stunning. It was slightly damp as well because it had been raining, and it just gives it that extra little bit of something.
Oh, it's just... I love it.
Right, we're at the hub, so let's go and deal with these bloody
my God.
metal detectors, and we'll catch back up with you later.
I ain't gonna believe this. Base, this is Team 1. Billy, do you copy? Holy cow! He's right in front of us. Nobody panic.
Hey everyone, it's finally happened. We're currently in
Circus McGurk's Cafe Stupendous.
But we're not eating food that we purchased from me because everyone knows it's
Hell no.
We've been to Green Eggs and Ham. And we got... Tracy, what did we get? Tell
everything.
No, we didn't get everything. Near enough.
Near enough, not the smallest.
We didn't get the smallest one. So
we got Green Eggs and Ham minus ham for our
vegetarian. We will go over to her later if she's alright to do a quick review of the vegetarian option.
We have Who Hash out of the can so I can keep the can clean. We have the buffalo chicken tots and we have the pizza tots. Yum yum.
We're going to go and try them right now. We'll try the Green Eggs and Ham.
Yes, not as peppery as I remember.
And it's a little bit cold because it came out first. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So no, that's been the biggest complaint. Yeah. So right, this is Who Hash.
Yeah.
And that one came out first.
Oh, you're right. The Who Hash did come out first. You're right, June.
Do you know what? get a bit of everything, yeah. That is really good. The green onions make it.
It's different.
It's good, that. I'm going in again.
The green eggs and ham, or the green eggs, are obviously pretty good. Jade is well and truly digging in.
Hang on. Who hash? Where are we going next?
Where are we going? Pizza.
Pizza, go on, dig in.
So this is what? Sausage, pepperoni, cheese and tots.
Yeah.
You get a bit of everything, a bit kind of stuff. I'll grab that one there.
And a marinara sauce, don't forget that.
Oh my god, it is pizza over tots.
I see why people go mad for pizza fries now.
Yeah.
However, I'm a tots girl. I'm not a huge pepperoni fan.
See, I am, and that's amazing. That's good pepperoni.
I don't know if there's fennel there, and I don't know if the fennel's in the sausage or the pepperoni.
Okay.
I'm not a fennel fan.
Right, so the one I was looking forward to the most, they actually had a buffalo chicken sandwich last night, so...
Yeah, don't forget to get some green onion.
Oh my god, that is amazing. Oh my god. It's got a lovely kick to it as well.
It's creamy. This is really good food. Wow.
Yeah, it's everything I wanted it to be.
That is unbelievable. That is, right, I'm telling you now, at some point I'm coming back and get my own portion of that, and nobody is going to get a bite of it.
And I'll say at this point that if Green Eggs and Ham is still open doing Tater Tots next year, that'll be next year's debate. I think we have to.
Oh, we have to?
And it's perfect as well.
It'd be wrong of us not to. We need to start a hashtag campaign, keep tots around.
Absolutely. Right, I'm going to stuff the fish because these are amazing.
Yeah, see ya.
But we knew you'd want to know, because we know how much we've talked about it since it opened. And it is... Yeah, well, no, because we said the biggest issue was we ordered 4, and the Who Hash came out first. There was only like...
It is still getting cold, hurry up.
There was one person... You could eat. There was one person taking orders, and it seemed like one person cooking. So the Who Hash came out first. And then the rest came out a good 5 to 10 minutes after. And I know I was talking to Chris's other half, Alexa, and she said it was the same issue. But that being said, I don't think they suffer from being warm rather than hot.
No, but it's still poor management. But let's eat and then come back.
Right, well, we finished them all.
Yep.
Tracy, you apparently have thoughts.
I have thoughts.
Go on then.
Initially, I was all about the buffalo chicken. However, I found it to be overpowering.
Agreed.
I couldn't eat a whole portion of that. In fact,
me either.
To be honest, I struggled to eat a third of a portion to myself.
It was very strong by the end of it.
Yeah. Green eggs and ham. Okay, I only had one taste. I've had green eggs and ham before. I know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
I was very impressed because the last time we had green eggs and ham, okay, this is over tots, we found it to be too peppery, and that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, actually.
So I needed a drink. But I found the flavour to be quite good in that.
Okay. Jade didn't like them because she doesn't like the queso. There's cheese and it's like plastic squirty cheese.
Yeah, but she ate a good
she probably ate half of it easily, which is a decent portion actually.
We'll ask her what she thought.
What did you think of it, Jade, overall though, like taking out the queso?
It's quite like buttery.
Buttery?
In a good way or a bad way?
Good.
In a good way.
So you get that without queso, you did it again?
You must be able to. Yeah, just get the tots.
Well, there'll be people with lactose intolerance, so yeah, okay, that's good to know. But once I say tots, tots.
But again, it's a vegetarian option, Jane. As someone who's vegetarian, again, obviously take the queso out of it a bit. Would you recommend that for someone who's a vegetarian?
Yeah.
I discovered it was the pepperoni that had the high fennel. Hang on, train coming through.
No one. Most people aren't waving.
No, boring people. What are we on now? Pizza tots.
Yes.
I ate most of those. Did discover though that it was the sorry, Jade's taking headache tablets. That's what the funny noises are. It was the pepperoni that had the high fennel taste. So the pizza tots, take the pepperoni out for me. That's just personal preference. I found they were the most palatable, and I could eat an entire portion of those. The marinara was quite a lot. I personally think that maybe half a portion of the marinara sauce would be better.
Okay.
But it was overall, I think Tater Tots was my favourite one. I'm very surprised by it. Oh, we didn't mention Who Hash.
The Who Hash was alright.
It was okay until I got the nasty, gristly, fatty bit of
It was okay.
corned beef.
I think
It was bland, actually, the Who Hash. But I've got my can.
I would say for all of them, I think one portion on your own is a lot
It's
and
too
probably
much.
too much.
And I am so surprised to hear me say that, because some of you have seen me eat.
Yeah. No, not the fact that it's not filling.
Oh, I found...
Just, I think...
Okay, we're just eating 3 portions
Yeah, we've
between
eaten
2
3
of us.
portions between 2 of them, exactly. No, I think just as a taste thing, it's like the same, I found the same with all of them that you said about the buffalo chicken.
It's
2 or
overpowering.
3 mouthfuls, and they were really good.
Then
Another
it's-
2 or 3 or more, and it's like, I've had enough now.
Yeah, it's
so
quite the rich. That's the word. They
yes,
are rich.
agreed. I think a portion between 2 people is probably enough.
Or if you want to taste, a portion between a whole family.
Quite probably.
I mean, do you know what? It just made me think. Why aren't we eating around the land? We eat around worlds. We eat around festivals. We should actually do this. And as families, okay, I struggle with sharing things, but this is a way to try everything. Go and eat around lands and try lots of different things. You know. But, yeah, sorry, I kind of derailed it.
Like it's still, I'm still dead pleased we went.
Oh,
Like,
God,
it's still
yeah.
really good, and
Yeah.
I hope
Oh.
we keep it open.
I would go back.
It's managing your expectations about, like you said, I think that's exactly it. How rich they are, and how that's going to affect. It sounds stuffed, but like you said, we had 3 portions between 2 of us, and I know a lot of people complain that I think it's more for the price, the size of the portion you get. We paid it was $43 with my annual pass holder discount for 4
Do you know
portions.
what? We're in a theme park.
Well, yeah.
We're in a theme park, you pay the prices, and for theme park food, it's got flavour and we can't complain about
Well,
that.
exactly, yeah. It's not bland. It's
Normally
definitely
it's bland
not
and
inside
boring.
the box. Like those buffalo chicken ones definitely are outside
that
the
was-
box. It's not
that was-
typical theme park
no.
food.
That was good. No, I mean, to be honest, for theme park fare, I'm very impressed with it, and I would go back again.
Yeah.
And just share portions.
And you know your expectations now. That's the difference.
Yeah, but hey, as I keep saying, I'm a Tater Tot girl. I need that on a t-shirt. I'm a Tater Tot girl, and I'm very happy that that's an option.
Because it'd be interesting to find out. Jade said that she would eat them without the queso on them. I wonder if you could get it without and literally just get the tots and the
can't
green
see why
eggs,
not.
or like the pizza fries without. See, that could have been an option for you, Jade. The pizza fries without the sausage and the
Yeah.
pepperoni. So it would have been like a margarita pizza.
Oh, we know you can do it with
Tots.
fries.
So there's no reason why you shouldn't, because it's made fresh. And I'm
Yep.
sure I've been told that every option can be done without the
The o-
meat, so there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to do it without the sauces as well.
Obviously, each one is individually cooked in its own plate that it's served on, because it's stuck to the bottom of it.
Yeah,
which,
oh yeah.
Which, at the kiosk, there are no knives, so scraping it off there is difficult if you want to clean your plate. And if you are in the clean plate brigade, find a knife from somewhere else and stash it.
Yeah.
And take it with you.
But again, definitely recommend, when we got this idea, I'll give Darren and Nina and Chris no extra credit for it, but we grabbed ours and we came in Circus McGurk scene, get some
did.
aircon, get out of the sun, and
Grab your
eat
drinks,
them and, yeah.
because we would never have been able to carry 4 plates
No.
and 3 drinks.
Overall, it was good.
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I'm just happy to see the giant ham actually
Exactly.
in use. So yeah.
Right. Jade wants some ice cream, so I think we're going to grab the Hogwarts Express over to Diagonally and go into Florian's Waterskins, which will probably have like a 3-year wait, but
Yum.
we'll catch you later.
Have you taken a stroll down Diagon Alley and visited Gringotts Bank? Taken a ride through New York with Jimmy Fallon? Visited the Truffalo trees in Seuss Landing or hung out with a real-life Transformer? No? Then what are you waiting for? At Universal Orlando Resort, there truly is an option for everyone. Or if you're leaning a little more towards pixie dust rather than wands and potions, Disney destinations around the globe await your arrival. No matter the adventure, our sponsors have you covered. Be sure to let the experts at Mouse and Muggle Travel Company take care of all your travel needs. earning the distinction of being an earmarked agency specializing in Disney destinations, as well as becoming one of the first to be named a U Preferred agency with Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations. Mouse and Muggle Travel Company will ensure you receive top-rated customer service. Just visit mouseandmuggle.com to fill out a no-obligation quote request, or send your request to info@mouseandmuggle.com. Their team can take care of you no matter where in the world you want to go. With a flick of their wand and a little bit of pixie dust, the process will be so seamless, some might even say it's simply magical.
Hey everyone, we are currently on the bus. We have checked into Cabana Bay. We are heading over to the parks. I'm with Tracy.
Hello.
And Michelle.
Hi.
We just had breakfast at the Bayliner Diner. It was pretty decent actually.
It was passable.
It was busy, like loud. So the last thing you heard from us was the Tater Tots. So we've been a bit lax recording these things. So what did we do after that? We went over into the studios, didn't we? So we rode many back and got some terrible scores. You actually got beat by Jade.
I'm not even talking about it.
Jade, do you remember what your score was? 87. And you got what, like 50, 60 something?
3.
63 or 53?
3. Just 3.
And then we went into... we did Fast and Furious. I'm sorry, I have to say it, I still enjoy it. I still like Fast and Furious.
Yep.
Michelle doesn't understand it, but I don't care, I like it. It's not
I don't understand it either.
It's not the worst ride in the park.
I never said it was.
It's not the best either.
It's not, and I'll admit that, but it's not bad. And then basically the rest of the night was we went and got the Mardi Gras lanyard, the tasting lanyard.
Yep.
And we tried... Jade had the Twisted Tater. Jade, how was the Twisted Tater?
Nice.
Which one did you have?
Sour cream and cherry.
And was it because we asked them to double fry it? Was it crispy? Was it crispy enough for you? Because it was still quite soft, wasn't it?
It got crispy at the bottom.
It got crispy at the bottom. Well, you devoured it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had the dirty cauliflower rice. How was that, other than the celery that was in it?
It was full of celery, it was full of fennel, and I don't like either. The two strong flavours you don't put together, in my opinion. But, that aside, it was very good. Texture was good, the other flavours were good, and I would recommend it.
Yeah, I had the soft shell crab slider. It was good. It was small. The chips were good with it. Yeah, it was all right. You know, we're going back to tomorrow night, so we'll probably try a few extra bits and bobs tomorrow as well. But then the rest of the night was basically, we got ourselves set up outside of Schwab's for the parade, and the parade was awesome.
Oh, absolutely amazing.
Like,
everything I wanted it to be.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It was everything we wanted it to be. Jade had an absolute blast collecting beads. It was just, it was awesome.
It was. It really was.
We bumped into Jason Ryan Perry.
We did. That was lovely.
At the end of it as well. That was cool. And then we jumped into the horror makeup show, which was awesome as always.
That was hilarious. I love it when they lose it.
Yeah, it was funny. And it was all the England jokes as well, which was the best bit about it.
You mean that made up place?
Country, yeah, that was funny. And then, so yesterday we went to, I was going to say SeaWorld Day, it wasn't, we went to Epcot, which was good. It is exactly what everyone said it is. It's a sea of construction walls. The entrance into the park and that Future World area just looks unrecognisable.
No, it's disorienting, and even Maddie, who was with us and knows the park, was finding it difficult to navigate.
Yeah. Don't want to talk about it too much.
There's people with signs up everywhere.
Yeah, there was. That was weird.
Well, no, it's a necessary evil, obviously.
We did get to read. We did get to ride Frozen, so we'll give that. I enjoyed it.
I wasn't really bothered about it. I am so pleased we did it. It was amazing. That Olaf.
Yeah,
holy cow.
The first one, and the Elsa animatronic in the middle when you go backwards was impressive.
I do miss going outside though.
Yeah. And like I say, today we've come over to Cabana Bay. We got checked in because we're all staying here tonight. Michelle's with Chris, there's me, Tracy, Jade, Darren and Nina are coming up. I assume Chris and Alexa are coming up today. I'm not actually sure whether they're going to be here for the parade float tonight, because we are supposed to be riding a parade float tonight.
Yep.
I'm just going to spend the day in the parks today.
Yep.
Ride some stuff because we haven't really so far, and parade float riding tonight's like the main event.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But the room at Cabana Bay, we had the issue with the light because the light won't turn on. But other than that,
it's only one light we can manage because there's lamps for the living room. It's just the kitchen light.
The resort, that's what we've seen of it so far. The hull is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just on the bus, heading
No
into...
sandwiches though, sorry Chris.
No, well, we couldn't do it without it.
No, we're waiting for tomorrow.
That's tomorrow morning, yeah. So yeah, just heading into, I think we're going into studios first. We're doing ET apparently. Well, Michelle wants to go on it, so yeah. ET apparently is first port of call, and Chris apparently is feeling brave and wants to go and ride Forbidden Journey. So we'll head over and do that at some point, but for now, not much to say. We'll catch up with you later.
Yep.
Hello, we are just heading back for our parade float riding. I've got Chris. Hello, Christopher.
Well, hello.
You made it kind of on time. Well, actually, because considering you didn't even know you were going to make it up at all, the fact that you're here is pretty good.
Yes, I could not miss this float riding with my family.
So awesome. We are on the Atlantis float, which I can't wait to see. Hello, Alexa.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey.
Are you excited?
Oh, super excited.
That's royalty you're talking to right there.
Royalty?
King and Queen?
Oh, yeah. No one knows what you're talking about. I'll just cut this bit out.
Nobody cares.
Darren
It's
and
weird
Nina
because
do.
the last time we were here, should be going to a Horror Nights house now.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
And the water pipe going up Barney.
So have you ridden anything since you got to the parks yet?
No, we literally got here, straight to Cabana Bay,
Got a
and
pizza.
got a pizza, had a pizza bus.
And then
bus
came
pizza?
here.
How's
Yeah,
your room
bus
at Cabana Bay?
Great.
nice.
Full view. Not as nice as Darren's,
Yeah,
but
of course.
they
In
got
fairness,
like the best one.
Yeah, Darren normally gets the views though, so I'll give him this one.
You had the
Universal's making up for them
basement
right now.
last time,
Yeah,
right?
we've got the car park view,
Oh, nice.
and the living room light doesn't work either. And I had to plug the lamp in because it was unplugged for some reason.
Well, you know what? 2020, save some electricity.
It's nice though. It's nice. We had breakfast at Bayliner Diner this morning. It was really good.
Did you have the breakfast bus?
No, we ate it in the.
That's tomorrow,
That's for
that's
tomorrow.
Did you like all your amenities? The Zest soap?
We haven't really. We
V-
literally kind of went in, dumped our bags. Tracy took some pictures, and then off we went.
Okay. Yeah, it is a nice hotel to explore.
Yeah.
It's actually one of our favorites.
It's one of our favorite for the price, especially. It's like
If not our favorite. Next to Sapphire Falls.
This is so cool.
Are you reminiscing right now?
I am, but we just don't have the gown on. I need the gown and the crown.
Oh man. We're about to see our float.
Hello. There she be, the mermaid at sea.
Should have got little boobies.
Want to get everybody's attention. As you know, maybe you know, there's some podcast stores that just recently got engaged. So we want to just give a little toast to Nina and Darren, who just recently got engaged. Nina, floss the ring, floss the ring. There it is. Nina, Darren, we wish you the best. There it is, put that on. We wish you the best. We love you. Yeah, that's all I can say. You guys are awesome and we love you, so congratulations.
Hello everyone. This week's been so weird.
Very.
I've just been kind of just going with it rather than we've done tons of stuff and just not recorded anything at all.
It's just we've kind of been meeting ourselves going backwards a bit, really, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been such a weird trip. So this is probably going to be a really short episode, but it's the last day. We're heading in to meet friends for breakfast. Come on, Mrs. Keep Up. So I'm trying to think what the last thing. So I think I did a little bit with Chris. I don't even think Darren's been on the podcast.
No, we'll have to.
Well, we're going to do a wrap-up episode anyway,
absolutely.
the four of us, about Mardi Gras and stuff. So I think the last little bit was me and Chris walking backstage to go and do the parade float riding, which was amazing.
Yes, it was probably one of the best things I've ever done in my life, and if you ever get a chance, do it.
I think you'll have heard a little bit on last week's episode with Blake where we talked about it, but it was just like they really got you amped up at the back.
Oh, it was. It's proper. Just walk up fast.
And it really flew by. Like that whole experience was probably about an hour and a half. And
it felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was gone. If you have the chance to ride a parade float, do it. It is amazing. So what else did we do after that night? Because we stayed at Cabana Bay.
We did.
I want to wait and get Darren and Chris on before we review Cabana Bay, because thank you Universal and thank you Ali. They did comp as our rooms.
They did.
For that night.
Very grateful.
But a little hint, it's awesome.
Holy cow, I want to stay there longer.
So that was what, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday night actually. You'll have heard a little bit. We had
it's a very disjointed episode.
It is. It was a mini meet, but an impromptu engagement party for Nina and Darren.
Yes.
Which was so cool. Like even people that we didn't know turned up for it.
Yeah. It was
Sandra.
Oh, she's
and
awesome.
Matt the Lurker.
Matt the Lurker. He was funny. I like him.
Such a good night. I mean, we were only expecting it to be a couple of hours. I think you and I left at about 1. Well,
12:30.
Michelle took Chrissa and Jade back to the room, and she said they got back to the room at they left at 12:30.
Yeah.
But such a good night. Again,
absolutely amazing.
Shows the group of people that gravitate towards us. That everyone there was. Seth turned up. It was awesome.
Seth. Yeah.
And then yesterday, obviously, was the recording with Blake, which.
Oh my God.
Again, another thing that just flew by.
Yeah.
It was gone in a second. But Darren got video of it all.
Yeah.
There's a million pictures out there of it. It was
super cool.
And we are doing it again in October for Halloween Horror Night. It was amazing.
Bob, thank you, because Bob is awesome.
And then, but yesterday was a bit of a nightmare because we're
at the hub. This is going to be a nightmare.
It's been like 85, 90 degrees, like 80, 85 degrees most of the week. Yesterday was down to like 50. It was freezing.
I'm still cold.
And it's not that much warmer this morning.
No.
So yeah, other than the podcast record, we had a group dinner at Toothsome last night, which again, I will wait until we get Darren and Chris on to review it properly, but I think the overall opinion of is kind of but we'll
Penelope.
She was awesome, but we'll discuss it more when we get Chris and Darren on. I mean, put it this way, just as a preface, Darren didn't eat anything because he had to send his food back. And even just the booking of the reservation turned out to be a bit of a nightmare as well. But
we'll get to that.
I don't know whether I would try it again at this point.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Well, all Jade had was sides because there isn't. The options are actually very limited.
Well, this is the thing with Toothsome, that when it first opened, the menu was huge.
Yeah.
And then they pared it back quite a bit, which is.
And then we heard that they changed the milkshakes so they weren't as good.
But on a positive spin on it, Penelope was
the best thing ever.
Yeah, she really was. They need to do more of that thing in the restaurants. And that's it. Like I say, today's our last day. We're meeting friends for breakfast now. I don't know where we're going. We'll try and get on some bits and bobs this morning, and that's it. It's just been a very strange trip.
Yeah.
Like I think disjointed is the perfect.
Yeah.
I think we've realised that coming out for a week, trying to do other things outside of Universal is tough. Whereas I think when we come in October for Horror Nights, it's going to be much easier.
I'm not sure that in the week it's worth going other places, I'll be honest.
I think it's going to be very different coming in October, especially staying at Endless Summer as well.
I think we're getting old.
Like, we haven't gone, I'm knackered.
Yeah.
And I've slept better than I did last time. You know, we talked about last time I barely slept and I barely ate. I have slept. I have eaten way more than I have done over here for a long time. But yeah, it's just been such a strange trip. It's had its ups and it's had its downs. I can't say any more than that. The last one I've said was the single best week of my life. This has had moments that's rivaled some of those moments, but it's also had some really off times as well. But I think we've learnt a few lessons, but we got to hang with our family, and I'm still kind of on the emotional edge right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nobody's surprised by that, Lee.
No, I know.
We all know you well enough.
I think it'll come this time when I get home. So yeah, we're going to head in for breakfast, and we'll try and catch up with you before we leave. Right, well that's going to wrap up the week, I suppose.
Yep.
We're
home.
Yeah.
We're over the jet lag. Well, I am.
Snow the first day we got home. That was a shock.
Yep. That's what happens when that cold front follows us home, though. It gets colder.
It must be.
And yeah.
Had time to sort of sit and reflect on the trip. It was a weird one.
It was a weird one. The highs were high, the lows were low.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really any middle ground.
No, there wasn't. I think realistically looking back on it, it was always going to be not an off trip, but it was always going to be different because of how high the week was.
And with us having Jade, we were back in parent mode on holiday. We'd had that amazing weekend a week.
And it's amazing how much difference that makes to just the way you approach things.
Oh yeah, and no offence, but on the weekender, we were apart. We were in each other's pockets this week.
I think we've realised, and I have spoken to so many people, that it's not healthy.
No, we shouldn't
it's worrying,
be together.
But yeah, I think it's... Yeah,
we need to factor in a little bit of space in future ones, just for our own mental health.
Yeah, well, this is the first time we've gone with a female teenager. I think that definitely plays into it.
She was poorly. She is still poorly.
Yeah. But as Tracy said, the highs were high. I mean, Jesus, we will talk about it in a couple of weeks with Chris and Darren more. Because I don't even think this show is going to be short. I was kind of, I don't know, all over the place. I didn't have the recorder. It was with me all the time, but it wasn't a priority for me, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I don't even think I pulled the recorder out to talk to Darren. I think there might even only be Chris on here at this point.
Wow. Well, my thing, similar sort of vein is, I wanted so many photographs with everybody we met.
We didn't do it again.
I got home and I went, oh my god, I didn't get a single photograph. Why? So next time we're out there, be bossy, make us take the pictures, because I really want them, but my head's so full of making sure I see everybody.
Like, we'll talk about the meet with Chris and Darren. It was awesome, and there was people that we've never met before, and I'm gutted now that, like, Matt...
You didn't meet?
No, that we didn't get pictures with, like, Matt and Xandra and Mike, and it was
I loved him.
And we didn't get... Well, I didn't actually take any pictures at the meet.
I took one picture at the meet.
It's difficult.
It was just to prove how bad my meal looked.
Yeah.
And tasted just as bad.
The weather on Friday didn't help, I guess. We will talk about it, because I know it affected Darren quite a bit, actually.
It affected me. I've never been so cold.
And it did put a dampener on the week. Look, I don't want to say that the trip was a bust altogether, because it wasn't.
We had high highs.
It was very different from the last trip.
I think we went in with expectations of the weekender style trip.
Yeah, I probably did. I will hold my hands up. I know I did, and it was...
Yeah.
Yeah. But...
Lesson learned.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to be a total bummer on it, because we got to hang out with
our... the good stuff. We got to hang out with our family.
Not enough,
but we
did.
It's never enough. We could spend every second of every minute we're there, and it still wouldn't be enough.
No. But the beauty of it is that we've got another trip.
We have.
Which, as I'm recording this, it's like 241 days I've just put on of things to put right. Not put right, but learn from. Horror Nights will be much more of a distraction, because I think Horror Nights, even though you're together, because you're going through houses a lot of it, it's not like you're together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you still go through and you're in your own bubble going through.
Kind of.
Yeah, because it's your personal experience.
Split off.
Yeah.
And this is obviously the first time we're going to go as a family since Raymond's moved. It's going to be an interesting trip, actually, and we need to plan for it. But yeah, again, like, I knew it was going to be busy. I knew the parks were going to be busy. It wasn't as busy as I expected it to be. It was busier than I kind of anticipated.
We've been busier. We have been busier.
Kind of did a lot of wandering. Like, we didn't ride Forbidden Journey. We didn't ride.
Forbidden Journey was always a long line.
We didn't really ride a lot again. And
do you know what the problem was? No express.
Well, no, because we didn't even
Disgusting.
use it in October anyway.
No, but we needed it for this one.
Probably really did need
Yeah.
it.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's like this time we didn't ride a lot, but we didn't do a lot.
We
Whereas
just wandered.
Whereas the Weekender, even though we didn't ride a lot, we still did a lot. Like the tour of Volcano Bay, the Behind the Screams tour, we did Horror Nights 4 nights in a row, we did all the Weekender stuff. So there was still... This one feels like we didn't do a lot, whereas the last one... Like, this one feels like we didn't ride a lot, but we didn't do a lot. Whereas the last one felt like we didn't ride a lot, which we didn't, but we still did.
We were active
a
all the
lot.
time.
Yeah, and that was a different for this
Yeah.
one. Although I did sleep better, I did eat a lot better, like way better. I think I've put on.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the scales on Thursday.
No. But as I say, we're going to do a wrap up with Darren and Chris in a couple of weeks. So for now, that's going to wrap up our February trip.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. Our February trip for 2020.
Yeah.
Which is weird because it's like we've got another one, and then the weekend of next year it's still so bizarre.
Yeah.
And we'll do it with another Universal is. Now I'm going to get Tracy to do this one, even though I've told her what to say. She hasn't actually come up with one. Have you actually done one yourself yet?
I don't remember.
Right, well we need to put that right, dear. So yeah, of course, if you want to be involved with the Universal is, which you heard last week, we had Blake do it, which was awesome. It was awesome to get Blake involved. All you've got to do is email us what you think Universal is in 3 words or less to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And Tracy, from the two of us, Universal is...
Awaiting our return.
See you next week, everyone.
Cut. Print. That's a wrap for another episode of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review while you're there. Not an Apple user? You can listen on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or your podcatcher of choice. Email us any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. Keep up with the latest news, rumors, and updates on our blog at uuopodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week.